By the time one reaches the third gate, it is very clear indeed that one has entered a very different space and environment and energy. Clearly, it took hundreds of thousands of years to carve this canyon. And even in recent years, when I've driven late at night, I have watched the bears run off into the bushes. The soothsayers from the South Pacific who have visited testified that they heard both ancient voices and ancient flutes speaking and echoing through the canyon. And it is at Cattle Guard and Gate 3 that we return to the original story. So clearly, the older of the twins, who was named Changing Woman, was changing things in this canyon and in these mountains. But she was being resisted by 30 giants who lived not far from the upper mouth of this canyon. And it's here that one begins to look on both sides of the gravel road and can see the giant boulders that the monsters flung at Changing Woman and Monster Slayer, and the stones that Monster Slayer tossed back at them. The battle was on. And the power to throw giant boulders the size of cars and trucks back and forth over 8 or 10 miles testifies to the immense energies seemingly at war with each other. Quite obviously, there was much going on between the third cattle gate and Big Bend Hill, which is halfway to the fourth cattle guard. As one approaches the upper mouth of Zuni Canyon, and looking to the right, one sees what the locals refer to as the light little hobbit house, and quite close to that, the serpent kiva, painted years ago by a neighbor with a native motif. But it is here at the mouth of the canyon that much of the battle took place. We know that because of the acres of dried blood that covers at first the right side and later the left side of this gravel path that we are on. It is often very interesting to wonder how ancient legends and myths might evolve, and if there are other meanings connected to the story. Interestingly, within about 20 miles of this battlefield, there are around 30 extinct volcanoes. What modern science knows is that there are 3 places on planet Earth that have had so much volcanic activity that the results can be seen by satellites in outer space. And those 3 areas involve Japan, Hawaii, and these Zuni Mountains and their immediate surroundings. One final and important thing to share before we go over Big Bend Hill and towards the fourth gate is that it must be known that the elders say that this battle continues and will continue into the future. It does appear that Monster Slayer prevailed at this particular spot and at that particular time. But the elders make it clear that there have been other times and other places where it was Monster Slayer who was on the run and in retreat. But that is another story for another time.